All right, today we're gonna go over how to build a QQ plot in Qlik. First, I'm creating an app, and I'm gonna show you here the data I'm using. So this is some test data. We have some values and so forth. Just 3 columns here: date, type of test, and then the values of that test. I bring that in, but what you'd see, I need to do some formulating on the back end here. First, I'm adding 1 as a field in case I need to aggregate in the future, but I won't need that in this demo today. What I would like to do first, though, is do most of my work on the back end. So first, I'm going to create a rank for each of those values, and that's what that is doing. So I'm using the auto number generator, and then sorting. As you can see, with the order by code. Now, what I'm also going to do is write out the normal distribution, the inverse of the normal distribution, which is what I'm using for the y value. And I'm going to generate that on the load script because this makes analysis super simple in the front end. There's a synthetic key because I didn't drop the table initially. So I loaded the table twice, so I have multiple similar fields. Once I drop the table, I'm fine. Now we're going to go into actually doing some analysis and seeing how we can build this QQ plot. I have my X value now, I have my Y values. And that's what I'm going to show first. I'm going to create a table where I'm going to bring in the X value we had in the table, and then the Y value I created in the app, in the load script, if you remember. And now the goal here of the QQ plot is we're going to plot this X and Y values, but we also want to plot the regression line, which is Y equals MX plus B. In Qlik, there's a way to calculate the slope M, and that's that calculation here. You see I'm using the total ag function here to ensure that I capture for every X value there's a corresponding Y value. That's what the total arg function is. And the if statement there is to capture any null values. So if there's any null instances, it doesn't show anything. So that's just a catch-all there. So now I've created my slope, and now I've created my intercept. Super simple, just copy and paste. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just show the values on the right side as a KPI, so that when I'm doing my analysis and slicing and dicing, I can be sure that the values correspond to what I think they should be, right? So that's the intercept. That's my B in the function above. And now I'm going to reveal the M, the slope, right? So based on kind of the formula I wrote, that's what the values are. So now it's super straightforward from here to create a QQ plot. So I'm using a combo chart where I'm going to plot on the x-axis the values, and on the y-axis I'm going to bring in the y value I created in the load script. But I have to do some extra manipulations, of course, right? It's a bar chart, so I need to convert this to a scatter plot. Then I also need to modify the axis window, the x-axis window. And that's what I'm going to have to do here. So now it's, as you can see, it's getting closer to that feel of a scatter plot. But you notice that on a combo chart, you actually can have charts with different axis orientations. And that's what I'm going to show you here. I'm going to bring in my slope, my regression line, MX plus B, right, based on the variables I created. But you notice again, like I said, they're offset because on one side, the center of the axis is at 0. The other side, the center is a bit higher. It's at -2. So I need to ensure that when I'm plotting both the line graph and then the scatter, the markers, that their centers are both the same, between -4 and 4 for both. And once I do that, you notice, boom, it works. Right now, everything is centered, super easy. I can make my selections in any manner. Not have to worry about anything else. All right, that's it.